5 years of trust obliterated in 7 seconds. That's how long it took to watch my fiancé's face transform from laughter to panic when our eyes met across my brother's wedding reception, while he sat with the woman he swore he'd never contact again. The champagne flute nearly slipped from my fingers. My heart stopped, then hammered against my ribs like it was trying to escape. Everyone in that room knew what was happening, except me. I was the joke, and my own family wrote the punchline. For 2 years, Ben had slept beside me, promised me forever, picked out our future children's names. Our wedding invitations were sitting in a box at home, waiting to be mailed. Small, intimate, nothing like my brother Matt's cathedral extravaganza, with its 600 guests and 5-course dinner. A week before Matt's wedding, his fiancée Lisa cornered me in the kitchen during Sunday dinner. "I need a massive favor," she whispered, clutching my arm. "Can you watch your Aunt Karen at the reception? Make sure she doesn't get drunk and cause a scene?" I agreed instantly. That's what family does, right? Protects each other. What a fool I was. I spotted them from across the ballroom, Ben leaning in close to a woman I'd never seen, their fingers nearly touching on the table. His laugh, that specific laugh I thought was reserved for me, echoing over the music. Something primal screamed inside me as I crossed the room. My skin went cold. My vision narrowed. The woman noticed me first. Her smile vanished like someone had slapped it off her face. "Oh," she breathed, then scrambled away like she'd seen death itself approaching. Ben's expression will haunt me forever. Not surprise, not confusion, pure, undiluted guilt. Who was that? My voice sounded alien, detached. 5 excruciating seconds of silence before he answered. "That's my ex. Not just any ex, the college girlfriend he almost proposed to before we met, the one whose name he'd sworn never to mention again, the one he promised he'd blocked on every platform." The room tilted. "Why is she here at my brother's wedding?" Ben's mouth opened, closed, opened again. No words came out. Just like every other time I'd caught him in a lie over the years, I shoved past him, vision blurring, until I found Matt by the bar. "Why is Ben's ex-girlfriend at your wedding?" I demanded, gripping his arm so hard my knuckles turned white. The blood drained from his face. He couldn't even hold my gaze when he whispered, "Lisa invited her." My sister-in-law, a woman who had never met this ex, had never even seen her picture. Lisa was by the cake display, giggling with her bridesmaids. When I appeared at her side, she didn't flinch, didn't apologize. She laughed in my face. "I just thought it'd be funny," she smirked. "And honestly, I wanted to see what he'd do." Funny. My relationship wasn't just a prank to her, it was a test, a game, and apparently Ben had failed spectacularly. "Oh, come on, it's not like he's that faithful anyway." One of Lisa's bridesmaids snickered into her champagne. Laughter rippled through the group. In that moment, I knew. I wasn't part of this family. I was the entertainment. I spun around to find Ben hovering behind me, sweat beading on his forehead. "Did you know she'd be here?" My voice was deadly quiet now. The millisecond of hesitation told me everything before he finally admitted, "Yes." "I don't even remember what she looks like," Ben had told me once when we first started dating, and yet, at my brother's wedding, he remembered her just fine. The truth crashed through me like a wrecking ball. My fiancé, the man I'd planned to spend my life with, knew his ex would be at this wedding. He hid it from me. He sat with her, laughed with her, leaned close to her while I was busy babysitting a drunk aunt. And my own blood had orchestrated the whole humiliation. "It's not a big deal," Ben stammered, reaching for me. I stepped back, suddenly seeing with perfect clarity the years of small inconsistencies, the defensiveness over his phone, the late nights at work, all the red flags I'd ignored because I wanted to believe him. Without a word, I grabbed my purse and walked straight for the exit. "Where are you going?" Ben called, jogging after me. I didn't look back, didn't slow down. "You're overreacting," he shouted across the parking lot. "We were just catching up. It meant nothing." I stopped then, turned slowly to face him one final time. If it meant nothing, I said, my voice glacial. Then why did you lie? Go back to her, Ben. You two deserve each other. I drove home in silence while my phone exploded. Texts from Ben, from Matt, from my parents, all saying variations of the same thing. I was dramatic, I was making a scene, I was ruining Matt's perfect wedding. Not one person asked if I was okay. 3 days of deafening silence before Ben's message appeared. We need to talk. 5 years together, and that's all he could offer? No apology, no explanation, just a demand for my time, as if he was entitled to it after what he'd done. My brother still won't speak to me. Lisa tells everyone I'm mentally unstable. My parents say I should apologize for causing drama. But here's what keeps me awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling. When did I become so disposable to the people who claim to love me most? How long had they been laughing behind my back? What else had Ben been hiding? I'm starting over now. Alone. And some nights the silence is deafening. But it's still better than living surrounded by lies. I wasn't ruining Matt's wedding, they were ruining my life, and I finally decided to stop letting them. Let them call me dramatic. Let them say I overreacted. But I'll never regret walking away from people who laughed while they shattered me. So what would you have done? Because I'm reading every single comment and I need to know if you see what I couldn't, that some bridges deserve to burn.